Hello everyone, welcome to another Monday. Can you believe that we are in December, the 9th of December? Christmas isn't too far away and we are busy getting ready. Now just making sure that everything is correct on my page. Just get there. And yes, I am alive, which is what I want. So hopefully you're all with me today as we get ready. Today's a much cooler day than it has been. We've had some wild and woolly weather and rain and heat. So let me know what it's been like up your way. Anyway, I'm Anita Mazzero. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Horsham, Victoria. Now, if you see the little red light over there, you know that I am live. And, please comment and interact. I would love to hear from you. And if you're watching the replay, either here or on my YouTube channel, please hit the like button and let me know that you have watched it. And hopefully you've enjoyed what I'm doing today, because that's what I like to do. Now, I don't know about you, but I am not ready for Christmas. I am slack, I suppose is the word, or not really in the Christmas spirit, but I've still got a lot to do, and I'll get there. I always do every year. This year, my husband's been more into the Christmas spirit than I have. I had to get the tree up, he did, so I wasn't in the mood, but it got put up. Probably with him saying to me, hurry up, we need to do it, is getting it done. So that's the main thing, because I'm very used to doing it at the last minute because of my work. When I was working full time, I would often be running around still on Christmas Eve. So very used to it. Anyway, enough of me nattering and chattering away. So I will flip the camera down, and there's a lot happening this week, so I will flip it down and let you know what's going on. Okay, wait me a moment. Get it to work, you know how it goes. Don't like these real close-up shots that happen on there. I think that's about right. Yep. Okay. Now, for my customers who have purchased from me in the last 6 months, your mini catalogue and celebration catalogue will be in the mail. Hopefully you get it this month during December, but with backlogs and everything over Christmas, it could take a little bit longer. It took a lot longer for it to come to us demonstrators. So it is a bit slow, and I think it's the mail and everything that's going on. So I can only show you the covers, but there's lots and lots of good products in here. Now, starting today for 3 days, can you believe it? 3 days. Normally we have the shipping for 1 day. No, 1, 2, 3. 3 days for any orders of $65 or more. So when you go to your shopping cart, as soon as you reach the $65 mark, your shipping will be reduced to $0. So $65 or more, and you get $0 shipping. Great way if you've got bulky, heavy items, because shipping costs a lot. Right, we've got some new kits out. Little bits of paper with it. How many of us forget birthdays or special events? Me, I'm one. This perpetual calendar is a great tool. Now, I had one here for many years and had every bit of information, but somehow when we painted the house, it got taken down, put away, and I lost it. So I am really thrilled that this is coming back. So this calendar does not have a year. It has all the months and all this beautiful die cuts. You will have a stamp set which contains the months. You'll get an ink pad and a block and every bit of instructions on how to put this beautiful, beautiful one together. So it's a really nice one, and for $44, I think it's one that you can't go wrong with. There's also the Cherry Blossom Treat box. Now, it's fairly faint, so I'm hoping you can see it. Beautiful, soft pinks, boxes, tags and flowers, stamp set with all these beautiful stamps, which is for any occasion. So it's got thank you, sweet baby, best wishes, and for you. So there's a lot of little designs that you can do these little treat boxes for. And you've got these beautiful flowers that you can use for any other card or item that you want to make. $35. Absolutely beautiful. So it's a great reason to jump online and have a look at all the products that are there. Our last chance list is out, and our discontinued list. Stampin' Up have gone a new way about doing things, and that is so that we are all on the same page. So we've got products that are discounted quite a bit. Now, I had a quick look just before I come online, and as you can see, I have sent this out to my customers, and I put it in red, but already since I sent this out, there are more items on low inventory, and eventually some of these will not be available. Great time to purchase. Just to give you an example, some ribbon, normally $14, $14.20. Stamp sets, $35 down to $40. Not everything is reduced because it may be carrying over, but if you see bundles where they haven't been reduced, that often means that the bundle is being kept, but not as a bundle, if you know what I mean. So that means the stamp set and the dies will be sold separately, not together. So you're not saving any money. So this is the good time to get those sort of things. So there's lots and lots of products on here. And there's still time to get Christmas products out of their mini catalogue because that's coming out. There are some kits that once they're completely sold out of these, they're not making any more, they'll be gone. So there's a fair bit around, so as you can see, and this is a great time to get it. So there's memory keeping, scrapbooking, there's a lot. So my suggestion is you jump on online and have a look at the products and see what's on the last chance list. There's far too many for me to spend time talking to you today about what is available and what isn't available. And believe me, this is a good time to catch up on things that you might want, that you would use. There's treat bags, as I said, ribbons, those sort of things. Things that you can use long for other purchases and so forth. So that is it. So as I said, great things to remember. So today I am going to be using our Surfing Santa. And you may have remembered that, some weeks back, I used this one to do a interactive pull slider card using this set, and I never revisited it again. And I've very, very slack as far as Christmas cards this year, so I'm still needing to make a lot more, and I thought I would bring this one out and I would use it today because, let's face it, this to me is an Australian summer, Australian Christmas. I like it, it's fun, it's whimsical, and for me, I'll send it to people that I know that will get a good laugh out of this as a Christmas card. So what I've gone and done, just get my notes to make sure I can read them properly and tell you everything correctly, because I would hate to tell you incorrectly. So what I've gone and done is I've gone and got some Calypso coral, and I had this piece which is 10.5 centimetres wide, the length of the A4, and I've scored it at 14.9. So that's a tenfold. So I haven't done one of these with you for a long time, and I thought, well, let's do one. Then I've got 2 pieces of Daffodil Delight, and they are 10 centimetres by 14.4, and I have 2 pieces of white, and they are 9.7 by 14.1. So this will be my layers, one for the inside, one for the outside. Let's move this out of the way. And I've got a piece of scrap white. Now I'm going to stamp on my scrap white, and I'm going to use basic grey as my stamping colour today instead of black. So I'm going to stamp the Santa. And I'm going to stamp the presents. So I'll stamp a couple of these. That should be fine. And then I'm going to use Early Espresso for the seashells. And I'll stamp, yeah, I'll do 6 of them. So I've got some Early Espresso there. And then I've got the waves, and I'm going to use Azure Afternoon. And I'm going to stamp 3 of these waves. 2. They're all going to be cut out, so might as well just use up the one sheet of paper. And I think that is, oops, and one more. And I'm going to grab some pumpkin pie for the sun, because our sun is burning. Now this does not have dies, so they're fussy cut. I will colour today, and I have fussy cut this in advance for you. So we'll start off with our I'm going to try and make sure I do the right colour that I've got here for my pieces, so that I do them correctly, because I don't want to do them incorrectly. So I'm going to take some lemon lime twist, and I'm just going to come in here. I should have prepared this beforehand, but I didn't. And I'm just going to come along the middle and come around his leg, and because that's the shadow that is going to be created along there. Just some colour. And then I'm going to take the light and just blend that in together, so that it doesn't look like it's, because we want to make sure that that's nice and evenly blended. Just doing it in circles to create that look. So There's his surfboard. Now I'm going to take Dark Daffodil Delight. Right, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, if it'll let me. There we go. I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow on the Christmas trees. And I'm just dotting it because there isn't a lot of room in there. And we're just going to dot it like so. Then I'm going to take some light and dark shaded spruce. And I'm just going to put a little bit of dark here along the inside of the leg there and just around, just to give a bit of depth. Again, when there's small items like this, use your bullet tip and just dot it into place, because you really can't colour without damaging. And this is the reason I did the trees first, because I found that it allows for you to see where you're going and you're not liable to make a mistake. Well, when I say not make a mistake, hopefully you don't. But there he is in his bright coloured suit. And our Santa is, you know, he's down here where it's, you know, he's come from the North Pole, so he's not bronzed. I'm just using the SU 700 skin tone. I'm just going to give him some colour. And just on his hand, and don't forget his forehead up here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of smoky slate. I'm just going to colour in here, just a little bit, to give some shadow to the hat. And I'm just going to take some real red, just extend that across, not all the way, and then come across like so. Put them away, and just get a little bit of blue on his glasses. It's Santa that's got the glasses. And then I've just got a little bit of Cajun Craze, because it's his drink, probably as close to a beer as you can get. So bring that up so you can have a look at how he looks, that he's all been done. I'm not worried about the white. We can colour that with some Wink of Stella. So there he is, ready to go. And I didn't worry about his t-shirt either. I just felt it was a bit hard to try and do the stripes there. So I'm only going to show you one lot of the presents, because I've done these, and as I said, there is no dies, so you do need to fussy cut them. And I didn't want you guys to see what was going on. So I've just put a bit of Flirty Flamingo, and I've just gone around the base, like so, in the dark, and then just come in with the light and blended colour through. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to have a bit of a shadow at the bottom, because when we have the boxes stacked up, there does create a shadow at the bottom of the box. So I've gone and done different colours in the different boxes. So I'll only show you the one today because they're all done. Then I'm going to take light and dark crumb cake, and what I did for the shells was I just dabbed where the dots are, just covered the dots, and then just put a little line there, just like so. As you can see, I've done just that in the brown, in the dark crumb cake. Then I've taken the light and I've come in and I've filled it up. I've just come in and filled up the rest of this little, just like so. Then I've gone and brought in some petal pink, and what I've done is I've just sort of put little highlights of petal pink, because we know shells are not just one colour. It's usually a myriad of colours. So there's my shell. So I won't fussy cut these out now, but I'll do them later. So I've been playing around with lots and lots of pieces. So there's my Santa, my shells and some presents. Try different colours, different looks. Are you sure? Take those. As you can see, I've used lots of different colours in the waves. I've got Night of Navy, I've got Coastal Cabana, Pool Party. You know, I've just had a go at all of the colours. So there we go. I'll get rid of those. They're all my pieces. Right, now, with the white, I wanted to create the bench, because let's face it, that is what we see that we have a lot of. Put all these away. I'm going to grab some crumb cake, and I'm just going to lightly blend some crumb cake into the base here. I don't want it too dark, I just want it to colour. So, as you can see there, it's just some colour. Now, I know that my cardstock lifted a bit there, but I'm not going to worry about that, because what I plan to do is put some sand in there. So I've got I presume it's for the sand, the grainy dots. So I'm going to just randomly stamp them in crumb cake along there. So there's just a bit of a beachy feel there. Now I'm going to take the Azure Afternoon. This is a dark colour, but I don't want it dark. I want it to be nice and light and very gentle on my page. So I'm just gently going to put this blue, because this is the background of the card. I just felt that the white was far too light when I did a trial run. We've got to do a trial run, don't we? So there you go. There's a bit of white in there. I don't know if you can see it on camera properly, but as you can see, there's a little bit of white in there because the sky's not blue thoroughly. It's got some clouds, it's got everything else in there, so we have them all there to look at. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to look at how I want to lay my waves. So what I want to do is to do this look. So I'm going to glue these two flat because they're the waves that are sort of behind our Santa. I'm just going to take a little bit of glue. I'm going to pop the waves sort of about there. Pop that down. And then do the same with the other wave. Sorry if I end up off camera, I'm just having trouble picking it up. And there we go. So I've got those two down. This one I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. But before I put the dimensionals, I'm going to just lift him into there. I'm wanting him to sit roughly about there. And I'll glue him flat. I'm just going to put him on dimensionals, but I think I will glue our Santa flat. Take him, put him on an angle, and there he is. And I'll take the dimensionals. I'm going to pop them on the back of you will need a couple of little fine ones. And tiny piece from the end. Sorry, I'm going off camera and I don't mean to. I do apologise for that. I might just bring the camera down a little bit more. That way I will save that, hopefully save that problem. I've just got a tiny strip sitting there. Take your pick tool and take the backs off. The fiddliest part about this card is actually putting all the pieces on. So there was the look I was going for, so that the Santa Claus looks like he's riding through the wave. There we are, some. I will pop a dimensional in the middle. And I'm going to just give it a bit of, and lay that there. That gives that effect there. Get all my, so I'm going to take our presents. I'm going to pop a couple of glue dots and I'm going to lift them. I want them sitting on the board just like so. So Santa's having a great time, but he's forgot that he's got presents. So the presents are sort of going walkabout. I'll just put a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to use my pick tool to pick up this tiny little present and pop him in place. Then going to take my shells, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the shell and just lay a couple of shells on the bench. Just lay them next to each other. And I don't need these, so we'll put those away. Because as I said, I've got a few cards still to get organised, and I'll be able to finish off a few more using the same theme. Because let's face it, why should we reinvent the wheel? So I'm going to stamp two different verses. I'm going to break them up. I'm going to put, may your days be sunny and bright there. My embossing powder. Because I'm not sure if that went correctly, but have a look. Check that that's went beautifully. You doubted yourself, Anita. And I'm going to take the Warm Wishes, and I'm going to stamp that. Cover these over, get my heat gun, and I'm going to get these ready. I'm not worried about little scraggly bits because I'm going to be cutting these up. And you won't notice it then. I love that feeling of when the embossing powder goes from a dull colour to a beautiful shiny and it doesn't take long. So while that's cooling off, I might take my insert, and I'm going to take what's left on my blending brush in the brown, and I'm just going to put a small bit of colour on the bottom, and I will take grains or whatever you like to call them. I'm just going to place a little bit of this down the bottom. And I just chucked them all back in here, and I'll take one of the seashells, going to pop that on there. We'll just pop the seashell in place, and that can stick dry while we're waiting. I'm going to get my Wink of Stella. I'm going to put Wink of Stella on the beard, on his hat, and then just splash a little bit around the waves. So as you can see, I'm trying to highlight the glistening of the water. But then I'm going to take and just put some Wink of Stella, because you can never have enough on a card. And at Christmas time, it's more about glitter. As you can see, there's just, I don't think the camera's picking it up, but you've just got a nice bit of glitter. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this down. And because it's already got layers, I am not putting it on dimensionals. So I'll pop the card up. Onto the daffodil. I just wanted, the white was 3 millimeters smaller than the daffodil because I just wanted the daffodil to show. And now I'm going to put this on here. And I'm sorry, I should have zoomed back out. Gone are the days when I could just set this up for you before and know it would be bright. There we go. So now that's cooled off. And you ask, why did I let it cool off? Because if you don't, it smudges. Ask me how I know. So I'm just going to cut closely around Warm Wishes. I break those two words up, so I'm just coming in carefully in the middle. Cut that. This is just showing that just because it's got 1 or 2 sentiments doesn't mean that you cannot break them up. So I'm going to come in here and trim this. Come up here, around. And then come through here, because I wanted to be careful not to cut into that. So I'm going to take those. Now that I've done this and told you what I'm doing, I hope it will work out the way I want it. Trim that. Just make sure. Because if it doesn't work, I can just do another one, can't I? My thinking was sunny and bright to go there. Just because of the shape of this one, I'm just going to fussy cut around. Imagine if I had you waiting while I fussy cut all those other pieces. My fingers just do not want this to come around. But we will get there. We will do it slowly and carefully so we don't ruin it. Okay, so that's going to be there, sunny and bright. And then down here I'm going to have warm wishes. What do you think? And I've used those words because this is a summer theme, and warm wishes is very much our the theme that I'm going for. Oh God, brain's not with it today. It'd be nice when the Christmas is all over. Or actually, I'm looking forward to Boxing Day when I have the family around and we get to enjoy a day together. It's not going to work on that. And it'll be one of the few days that you can just sit and enjoy. Got a little narrow strip. So how many of you are going away on holidays over the Christmas break? Or have you got to go back to work on the Monday? When are we? Christmas is Wednesday, so Thursday some of you may have to go back to work on Friday. Take that off. There's sunny and bright. And then take these two. Warm wishes down here. So there's the front of the card. And on the inside, I want to put Christmas is better together. Lots of bright colours in there, and I'm just thinking I might use some pumpkin pie. Done this Christmas card to be very Australian. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Yeah. And then I'm going to pop that on the inside of the card. And there it is. Here. Whoops, I forgot my yellow. I knew it looked funny as soon as I went to put it down. I was thinking it's looking too far away from the edge. And that was because I had forgotten my layer. I wanted to keep that same theme that I've got on the front of the layers on the inside. And place. There we go. And there's the card that I've done. So when I was playing around, my first one was in the blues, but I like the brightness of the one that I've done today. And then I had another way of doing, I was looking to do a tribal sort of effect, and this is what I came up with. Wasn't as happy with that but I love this bright, warm Christmas card. And I think it's a great way to do something different. And it's a fabulous stamp set, this Surfing Santa, because to me it's very Australian. So I hope I've got that in screen for you to look at properly. Come on, I'm waiting for it to catch up. I'm probably going to be still a bit too high. It's very difficult to tell. Oh, I think that looks like about right now. Boy, oh boy, does it take me time to work this out. Just when you think you've got things worked out, Facebook decides to make changes. So that's it for today. I hope you like what I've done. Don't forget our free shipping that is on at the moment for 3 days. So that's a great offer. So I don't want anyone to miss out on that. And the only thing I will warn you, if you're looking for something for Christmas, please be prepared that it may not come till after Christmas. And that's because of everything else at the moment, because everything's slow. So there we go. There's our card that we've done today. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back next Monday, which will be my last one for the year. And we will catch up with you then. Thanks for watching, and bye.